All right, now I'm going to show you one of our newest favorites. I love baked potatoes, and on weeknights they're just not an option at our house because by the time I get home there's not an hour to put them in the oven before supper needs to be on the table. So the other night it was like, oh, baked potatoes just sound so good. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to figure out how to do them in my Instapot. So pulled up a recipe, super simple. So for this one, we're just going to use our rack. We're going to slide it into our pan, into our inner pot. We're going to add 1.5 cups of water. So that is one thing that's really important to know with your Instapot is how much water is required. So there is a requirement, and that's so it will pressurize properly and cook. So I have the 6-quart model, so I need 1.5 cups of water or liquid minimum in the pot to make it do its thing. So with that, we're just going to stack these potatoes in here, and they are giant potatoes. So we're definitely looking at a solid hour in the oven to get them even close to done. So probably 1.5 hours to get these done. So with that, we're going to slide on our lid. We turn on with our happy little tune that says, ta-da, here I am. Again, I'm just going to use my pressure cook. We're going to change it. And with the huge potatoes, it recommends for 12 to 15 minutes. With our higher altitude, and especially in Laramie, you're going to want to add maybe a minute to, especially the minimum ones, and it's going to click right on and do its thing. So we're going to let it cook, and we'll be back to show you our perfect potatoes. One little tip that I've learned is I usually start with hot water when I put it in my Instapot because it takes less time to heat it. And I am sometimes very impatient when I'm cooking supper at 6 o'clock on a weeknight. So we're going to let it do its thing, and we'll come back and we'll show you our perfect potatoes here in a few minutes.